another edition of Johnny Stocks 212. Other people trying to sell you something. I'm just here to find those A winners, go-getters, trend-setting companies to invest in. Thank you for joining me wherever you may be. We got a great show for you today. Today we're talking about an exciting company called Spectrum. So please read the disclaimer on your own time. So Spectrum Pharmaceuticals, they are really looking, they're a clinical stage pharmaceutical company that's trying to tackle oncology. And they're pretty exciting. They have a really good leadership team. Speaking of leadership team, their present CEO, Thomas J. Riga, definitely high qualified management team, experience in oncology, drug discovery. Before he was with Spectrum, he was, if you're not familiar, he was with Wyeth, Arst Pharmaceuticals. He did a lot of work at Eli Lilly, Amgen, a bunch of other companies throughout his career. So I've heard about this company just recently. They did get approval for Rolvondin, which is a basically it's an injection to decrease basically incidence of infections with patients that have low white blood cell count, basically febrile neutropenia. And patients with that are taking anti-cancer drugs, they can really sometimes suffer from low white blood cell count, febrile neutropenia. So they did have a drug approved just recently. I want to say it was early September. And it's pretty exciting because that market, it's potentially up to $2 billion, $1 to $2 billion. I've seen different estimates depending on what market data you're looking at. So that's pretty exciting. That's a big milestone, get a drug approved. It's basically Rolvondin is the brand name. Pelgrastim XNST is its injection. It's basically a long-acting granulocyte colony stimulating factor. GCSF is what they usually, the acronym. And now I'll say this. I did look at some of the data, and yes, the safety profile was good. And it definitely looked pretty good. One thing I'll say, though, it was demonstrated to be non-inferior to pegfilgrastim. Now, it was statistically significant, very low p-value, so, non-inferior, a lot of drugs get approved that way. And that basically means it's not worse than pegfilgrastim, okay? So it still was statistically significant, and I think what we got to see now is, are these formulary boards going to approve it, add it to their formulary? So that'll be interesting to see. They also have other stuff in the pipeline, which is exciting. So let's take a look at their pipeline. Here's their pegfilgrastim. This was approved. It's got approved, which is fantastic news. Positidinib is another medication, potential medication. It's orally administered. It's irreversible tyrosine kinase inhibitor targeting EGF-HER2, another cancer. Patients with HER2 positive and have this exon 20 insertion mutation. So that's pretty exciting. Now, it is fast-tracked. They're in phase 3 trials, bunch of different indications. Some are phase 3, some are phase 2. So that's in the pipeline. That's pretty exciting stuff here. So let's look at the stock price. Spectrum Pharmaceuticals, stock symbol SPPI. SPPI. At the time of the video, it's trading at 48 cents. I do think, this is one of those companies where there's a potential big risk, a lot of reward potential. I do think the market is a little tough right now with interest rates up, inflation high. It's going to be tough to see how they can weather the storm, but I do like the opportunity here. I think there's a compelling pipeline, a lot of potential therapies, a lot of data that they will be presenting. I want to see how that positidinib performs. What does the data show? So I'm going to continue to monitor this company. That's all the time I have for this video. If you did enjoy this video and the content I'm creating, Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's completely free to subscribe, helps the channel grow. I'll continue to monitor this company, and as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day.